Okay. Hi, this is Aaron from the Country Club, and this is a tutorial on how to use Native Trainer to help with your Grand Theft Auto 4 Machinima making. So the first thing you want to do is you need to get yourself a copy of Native Trainer, which is Trainer version 6.1, I think. I don't know. Anyway, the newest version has scripts for both, as you can see, both the original GTA 4, which is Trainer.ASI, and there's also a separate trainer for the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost and the Damned, for those of you who are playing the episodes from Liberty City. But since I only have Grand Theft Auto 4, I really only need these 3 files. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy just the files you need. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to copy the other ones, but I guess if you don't have it, there's really no point. And in addition to copying the trainer and the corresponding INI file for your game, you also need to copy this scripthook.dll, which allows these scripts to be hooked, I guess. I don't know. I actually am not super technical. I don't know exactly what it's doing. But I do know that that's what you got to do. So go ahead and open up your Grand Theft Auto 4 directory, which, for those of you who may not know, it is going to be in C program files, Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto 4. That's going to be a little bit different if you're running Windows 7. It'll probably be program files x32 or something like that. But I'm only running XP because I'm cool like that. So go ahead and copy your 3 files. I'm going to pretend that I hadn't actually already copied them, so it's going to say replace, but we'll just pretend it says copy them for the first time. And there you go. Now, once you've got those in there, you still need some kind of loader. So I downloaded, I guess this is for ASI Loader, and this is from Alexander Blade. And this works really well. It's a dsound.dll file that I guess he's hacked or something, so that when Grand Theft Auto 4 launches, it will load this file and then load up whatever, I guess, whatever third-party scripts you have that you want to run. So you just need to go ahead and copy that dsound into your root Grand Theft Auto directory, the same place you put Native Trainer. And we'll just pretend I didn't do that. And copy that. And that's good. So now you should be off and running to start using Native Trainer. Okay, so this will be a quick introduction to Simple Native Trainer, Simple Native Trainer, which is probably the best tool I've found for doing Machinima on GTA 4. When you get into GTA, the first thing you'll want to do is hit F3, which will bring up the menu. And to navigate the menu, you use the number keypad using 4 and 6 for left and right, and 8 and 2 for up and down. And 5 will select whatever item you are on, and the number pad 0 will back out of any menu or cancel what you're doing, for the most part. One of the most useful functions is the model spawning ability. This lets you change whatever model you're working on or using for your player. So in this case, since you're using Nico, model spawning will allow you to change your player model to basically whoever. Any model in the game, including PEDs, which is really useful because PEDs have, this guy looks like Edward James Olmos. PEDs have the ability to, because they have to come in many different varieties so that people walking on the street don't look all the same. They come with several different outfits and facial configurations, as you can see. So this guy, he's got the beard, he's got a different shirt, different jacket, different pants, and this is basically how we were able to create, all the different characters. We just kind of looked through all the models until we found one that looked like the actor we sort of wanted to play that whatever character, Mario or Luigi or Toad or Bowser, and then we kind of dressed them up and then took their textures and kind of recolored them for what we wanted to do. The model spawning menu also has a animation menu, which is also useful for doing Machinima. It lets you force any animation that exists in the game, well, most of them anyway, onto your current character. So if you want to, do this, you can select. Let's see. Here's different things, and the other handy feature is that you can loop whatever animation using this loop animation button, and it's not. It's not useful for all animations, but there are certain animations, like some of the idols, if you want them to be hanging out, and then say, actually I don't know why you would have this for your player character, but it comes in handy. Another useful feature is being able to save the last played animation. So this is a really big list of animations, and there's an actual list of these on the GTA modding wiki, which I'll put a link to in the description. They don't really describe what it is, but it gives you the name of all of them, and a lot of these you can kind of guess what they do. This one, he looks angry. And then what you can do is you could save the animation you like to whatever slot, and then that allows you, once you find something, so maybe we want him to be angry, and then back up. So, and we'll save that. Then what you can do is, then he's angry, and then he backs up, and that's how we created our animations, as tedious as that seems. Moving on, another feature is the speech menu, which allows you to basically play any animation and the corresponding voice. So this was handy for all the dialogue. If I could move him out from behind the menu. There we go. And you can select, and you see that he's also saying something. Like there's a audio file that goes with that, but I have the sound turned off. But this is how we did all the dialogue in the Brothers Mario. We just looked through all of these and played them until we found one where the number of syllables kind of matched, and so we call that lip flap rather than lip sync. And then we kind of cut around whatever it was. So there are some shots where you'll notice that they'll start to say something, and then we'll cut before they finish saying it, and that's because we didn't have the exact amount of we didn't have the exact amount of lip flap that we needed, so we kind of had to fake it. Moving on, another useful thing. This is probably maybe even more useful than the model spawner, is the bodyguard and ped spawning. So it's pretty much the same thing as the model spawner, except you're going to make a non-player character. So you can select, once again, any of the models in the game. Let's select Eddie, and you can give them whatever weapon, and you can also give them a behavior, which is not as useful as I had hoped, but it's helpful. So, and then once you select those things, and you can either spawn them as a bodyguard, which means they'll follow you around, or you can spawn them as a ped, in which case they'll just kind of hang out. There we go. So there's Eddie, and but the nice thing is you can also force animations on them and change their clothes. I don't think Eddie has. I think because he's a cutscene character, he doesn't get any other changes of outfits. But you can make Eddie talk, and you can also, just like with the model spawning menu, you can play the same animations that are available to everybody else. So if you so this is also how we did a lot of those scenes where you had people talking to someone else, and when you're shooting over the shoulder, you don't need to see the other person's reaction. You can kind of just maybe loop them in some sort of animation. In this case, he's pretending to hold a gun. But if he's standing guard and then you need to just blow them up or something, that works really well. Or if he's getting ready to fight, this is kind of how we did the Hammer Brothers. And once again, you can save and load animations in succession too. So that was incredibly useful. Those are probably the two most used tools in Native Trainer for this project. There we go. Okay. In addition to that, another useful feature is the object spawning menu, which allows you to spawn objects. kind of obviously. One tip for if you're going to spawn objects, for whatever reason on my machine it always ends up going too fast, so you have to set your object move and rotation speed to like 0.1 or something. Otherwise the objects are just going to fly all over the place. So once you set your speed down, that should be good. Also set your spawn distance. So this spawn distance in front or behind player, I usually set it to about 2 or 3, so it'll spawn 2 or 3 is like, I don't know, however, 2 or 3 whatever units in front of your character. So otherwise sometimes it'll spawn on the other side of walls if you're inside of a small room or something. So you can spawn a, let's just spawn something really quick. I don't know, main roll or whatever that. Okay, so that's from a car wash, great. And then once you spawn the object, you can move the last spawned object here, and this will allow you to, you can place it wherever you want. Let's see, that's great. I don't know why you would ever do this, but there's also rotation. If you hold down the slash key and use 7 and 9 to rotate about the z-axis, I guess, or y-axis, and 1 and 3 rotate about some other axis, and 4 and 6 rotate about another axis. So there you go. Also, if the height is wrong, you can use 1 and 3 without the slash to raise and lower it. So that's objects. Okay, now we'll kind of get into the more interesting stuff. Under options, there are quite a few strange things. You can turn gravity on and off, which is kind of cool, because if you jump, you'll just keep going. I'm sure you've seen a lot of Machinima where people are doing this sort of thing. Ow, that hurt. Your standard God mode, never tired, all that kind of stuff. But what I used a lot, actually, was this option right here that's called Explode Nearest Car, and basically, oh, that guy was behind me. Okay, well, what it does is it, as you would guess, it explodes the nearest car. So if you combine that with God mode, and you can run around and create. That's how we created all those explosions that Mario was walking away from or jumping over. All right. So another useful feature of this trainer is that you can add force to a player. So basically what this does is you go here, add force to a player, set X, Y, Z force. And you set this, I don't know what sort of units these are, but obviously bigger is more force. I believe X, well, let's find out. I think X positive goes to the player's right, and X negative would be a force to the player's left. And then Y is the force popping them up into the air, and then Z is the force either coming forward or going backwards. And I think positive goes backwards, so he would fall backwards, and then negative goes towards the front of the player. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so that's going backwards. So we used this for the shot where Bowser was kicking the guy off the roof. And actually, he wasn't Nico. It was actually, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that pretty much sums up the different tools that you'll be using with Simple Native Trainer in GTA 4 that will help you to create some Machinima. So please subscribe and stay tuned for our last tutorial in this series, where I will take you through setting up an entire scene. Once again, this is Aaron from the Country Club. So thanks for watching.